Everybody in the house tonight, come on now. Non-discreet, my style is chic. We all family, meet and greet. Stand up, don't recline your seats, cause I'm about to take you behind the beats.
Questlove said Earl Young is the whole reason for disco. He literally invented disco.
Questlove, as in the DJ, producer, Oscar-winning director.
The man himself. He's also the drummer for The Roots, a hip-hop band carrying the musical legacy of his hometown,
Philadelphia!
Yeah, which is home to a certain Earl Young, too.
All right, then. Let's go to Philly, baby!
Earl Young was born in the city of brotherly love, which wasn't so full of love for Earl at the start.
Rough beginning.
Facts. His mom gave birth to him in prison, and he never knew his dad.
Things get a bit better in a foster home where he starts playing music.
He makes his first drum set himself out of
phone books and tin cans. That's DIY.
There's no money for lessons, so he's got to teach himself.
Meanwhile, Earl's foster dad has a marching band, the Elks.
He wants Earl to march and play a brass instrument, the flugelhorn.
Earl goes along with it to be respectful. BT dubs, I hope we get to say flugelhorn a lot in this story because flugelhorn is a very funny word. Anyway.
The drums were always my calling.
Following his friends Ronnie Baker and Norman Harris, Earl joins the Uptown Theater House Band.
The Uptown of Philly was like the Apollo to New York City.
The place to be. All the soul and R&B acts of the 60s passed through.
As the house band, Earl, Ronnie, and Norman's job is to back the artists who don't bring their own band.
Which means they cut their teeth playing behind giants, legends. And the thing is, Earl, Ronnie, and Norman were good.
I didn't read music, but I could keep great time. I became a metronome.
In fact, Earl only ever got lessons from one person.
Stevie Wonder himself.
Other than that, he's self-taught. He invents his whole own style.
And soon, he and his friends are good enough to bring that style to recording sessions. People start to call them Baker Harris Young. Ronnie Baker on the bass.
Norman Harris on the guitar.
And Earl on the drums.
Earl still can't read music, by the way, but Norman's there to help.
Earl, whenever I nod my head, I want you to play a fiddle.
Earl, Norman, and Ronnie lay the foundation of Eddie Holman's Hey There, Lonely Girl.
Earl gets to be around for the birth of Philly's soul.
Not just around for, he's in it. The 60s started happy and hopeful, but
bad news like the Vietnam War and a depression kind of killed the mood.
And maybe led the Philly soul singers to put all those complicated emotions into their songs.
They feature lush arrangements and high-up falsetto singing, as well as instruments that are unusual for pop music, like violins, oboes, and
flugelhorns.
Hey there, lonely girl.
In fact, Philly soul jams so many orchestral instruments into their recordings,
most of which are made by a couple of producers named Gamble and Huff,
that it's soon also called symphonic soul. It puts Philly on the map.
And Earl Young becomes one of the most in-demand drummers on the planet.
Artists come from all over to get his magic metronome touch.
Like the soul legend, Wilson Pickett.
Wilson Pickett was one of the most electrifying artists of the soul revolution.
A total showman.
He infused soul with a totally wild new dance energy and helped pave the way for funk music.
Known for hits like Mustang Sally, Funky Broadway, and of course, maybe the funniest song of all time,
Land of a Thousand Dances. No maybe about it.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Twist, the alligator, the mashed potato, the Wadusi, the pony.
All of them dance moves, all of them fun, and
all of them mentioned in Land of a Thousand Dances.
When Wilson came into the studio, it was like a room lit up.
Wilson helped Earl realize something. Wilson's music wasn't fancy and technical, it was funky.
It was about feeling. It was fun.
Because that's the thing, dancing is fun, and maybe after the bad mood and war and stuff, people wanted fun.
After playing the fancy sounds of Philly soul and seeing what Wilson Pickett could do with up-tempo funky dance songs,
Earl Young and the musicians of Philly came up with a style that combined them both. The funnest genre of all time, disco.
Disco music is funk with a bow tie.
After years backing other disco acts, Earl's got his own band, The Tramps.
And when their smash hit Disco Inferno landed on the movie Saturday Night Fever soundtrack,
that was it.
The party has begun.
Disco is all based on a drumming style Earl created.
4 on the floor. It's a steady beat in 4/4 time, and the bass drum is hit on every beat. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Easy to boogie to, easy to have fun to, easy to be free to. In clubs around the world, people of all orientations and ethnicities get together and get to dance together, kind of for the first time. Earl
Young sometimes beats changed music, influencing other forms of dance music like house and techno.
And also changed the world. Female performers and artists of color made space for themselves in pop culture.
And disco clubs offered freedom and fun and self-expression for the queer community and people of color around the world. Because
if you look behind the beats, all music has flugelhorns. Just kidding. It's all related!
We are family. Yes, sir. Everybody in the house tonight, come on now. Non-discreet, my style is chic. We all family, meet and greet. Stand up, don't recline your seats, cause I'm about to take you behind the beats.